Guys, what's up? How's it going? It's John, and thank you so much for tuning in. In this video, I want to do a review over this thing right here. This is called the Gizmondo. Came out October of 2015. So as I'm filming this, it's really the 15th anniversary of this handheld, and it's pretty rare because they didn't sell many. In fact, according to GamePro magazine, this was the worst selling handheld of all time, which is pretty amazing. So let's take a closer look at this. I'm going to show you some gameplay, of course, explain some history. This has got a very clouded history, unfortunately, and this system had a ton of potential, especially for coming out in the mid 2000s. This thing could do a lot, and unfortunately, the marketing, they blew it. The founders were involved with the Swedish mafia. I mean, there's a ton of crazy things. So let's take a closer look, and thanks for watching. Okay, so here it is. This is the Gizmondo. This is apparently the worst selling handheld of all time. They sold less than 25,000 of these worldwide. It was only released in 3 markets. It was released in Sweden, which the company who made this is based out of. They're called Tiger Telematrix, not to be confused with Tiger Electronics, who made the 80s handheld LCD handhelds from the 80s and 90s. This company was a Swedish company. They also was released in the UK, I think I mentioned that. Also the US was released in those 3 markets. Came out in the UK in 2005. It was March 19th, 2005. Came out in Sweden that summer of 2005. In the US, it came out October 22nd, 2005. I'm going to turn this on because this is the power button. It's going to take a while to boot up. This thing takes a while to boot up. You have your buttons here. They're play. You get fast forward, stop. This is a media player as well. Keep in mind this came out 2 years before the first iPhone hit the market. So there was no smartphones. This was meant to be an organizer, a media player. You could play movies, music, other media. It is ran on SD cards. Here I showed you before, this is where they go into. You have your phone jack. This is a micro USB adapter connector, as well as you had a power cable here. Smallest adapter I've seen for power where your AC adapter plugs into. This is your D-pad. It's more of a disc. I'm not a huge fan of it, to be honest with you. It's kind of awkward. It's got 8 directionals, which is nice. Left and right shoulders, these are what they call keep buttons. You have your on and off switch here. You have your alarm. This is your brightness. This is your sound. And this is your home button there. You can see it's still loading. The back is where the power is, the lithium battery. It lasts about 6 to 8 hours of battery life. The camera itself is a 3.6 megapixel camera. And the ROM is 64 megabits of RAM. RAM is 128 megabits by 16-bit DDR. The graphics is ran by Nvidia GoForce 3D 4500. Let's see what else. A CPU is a Samsung ARMA processor, 400 megahertz. Now, the mistake that they made when they announced this was right before it hit the market, they announced an upgrade version that was going to be 4-inch screen. This is currently a 2.85-inch screen. It also, the new version said it had Wi-Fi capability, TV out, 480 by 227 or 272 pixels. This is only 320 by 240 pixels. So they announced that right before this hit the market. I think that was a mistake, obviously. And this retailed for quite a bit of money for a handheld. And in the US, it was only available through kiosks. Limited number of kiosks in malls, which is an odd marketing strategy. They had a whole bunch of money. They blew the owner, Stefan Eriksson. He blew a lot of money. He had a Ferrari Enzo that ended up crashing, was drunk. He went to jail for a couple of years. They found out that he was a part of the Swedish mafia, which is crazy. So there's a lot of drama behind this handheld. But what's really unfortunate with all this is that this handheld could do so much. It could do augmented reality. You have the capability to do that, which is way ahead of its time. I know a lot of us are familiar with augmented reality through the Nintendo 3DS, but this thing beat that in the market by many years. And you can see here I have games, I have movies, music, messaging. There is an SMS messaging system, to my knowledge, only available in the UK through it was a company called or still around, Vodafone in the UK. You can subscribe to that. But there is no Wi-Fi capability in this. There is Bluetooth ability. It is a GPS. You can go on the web, and there is a camera. So let's go open up the camera. You can see this is the camera. Okay, and let's go back. Take a picture. Okay. It's not touchscreen. I keep wanting to touch it. It is not touchscreen. there I am. Like, this is a picture of me a long time ago playing this thing. I was on a airplane. I had this crazy hair. Okay, you can zoom in. Let's see. You can do contacts. You can do applications, which would be alarm clock, calculator, currency converter, Bluetooth menu. We'll go back. Let's go to, let's load up a game. I want to show you, there was only 14 games total released. 8 of them only were released in North America here. So Sticky Balls is the most popular one, which I'm going to show you. Weird name, I know. It sounds like a dirty adult film, but kind of a unique gameplay. Very similar to like a game you'd find on the Android store for, the Play Store, for example. Toy Golf is a mini golf game. Classic and Pendulum 1 and 2. Sounds super exciting. These are actually still unopened. I'm going to probably leave them unopened. I have no interest in playing board games, to be honest. Gizmondo Motocross 2005, which I'll show you. Really fun game. And let's see, Trailblazer. Kind of reminds me of like a classic racer, like maybe like F-Zero a little bit. What's nice is they all come with manuals, full color manuals. I missed that in new games today. They just don't have that. It does come with a case for the game as well. You can put up to 2 games in there. You can load up media on the SD card. I'm sure because these are on SD cards, I'm sure these games are really easy to copy. One of the games I really want on the system that's hard to find, all the games are hard to find, but is FIFA 2005 by EA Sports. They did a port on the Gizmondo, believe it or not, which is cool. And the retail price on this thing, it was in the UK, it retailed for £229. There was an ad, the smart ads, they called it with a 2D, so a smart ad ADD. It was a play on word there, but the idea was to have ads running. So if you wanted a cheaper version, you would have ads running. That capability never came to fruition, and so basically, if you bought the less expensive version, it was the same thing as paying £100 more. In North America, in the US, it was $400 US. You could get the smart ad version for $229 US. And these were, like I said before, only available in kiosks in malls. So it wasn't available in Best Buys or GameStops or CompUSA's or anything like that, Babbage's at the time. So let's open up Sticky Balls and take a close look. First game I want to show you is Sticky Balls. This is the #1 selling game on the Gizmondo, which probably is not saying very much, but we'll get started here. So we'll play arcade mode. You can adjust the volume. You can also adjust the brightness. So we'll make that the brightest it gets. This thing can actually get really loud. That's max volume, for example. So it's got some good speakers. It's got one speaker here. It doesn't look like it's stereo out. But anyway, let's go back. Let's start. We got classic game mode. We'll do arcade mode. Best way to explain the gameplay on this game is like pool or billiards with a puzzle element. So the goal is to basically shoot the balls, matching the color and stick them together. So we'll continue. It's got a cool 3D look to it. You can see it runs it really well. I mean, the graphics are really good. It's purple. I can change my thing. So let's see. Now if I hit another ball, see, oh, I accidentally shot it. I'm going to foul here. So you gotta bear with me because I'm playing through my camera here, so it's a little tricky. I'm trying to find 2 colors that match. So I can jump around, which is nice. Okay, there's yellow. There you go, I see it. So I get points. So that, you can see that's kind of the goal here. There's a bunch of different levels, and I'm not sure how many levels are on here. Let's see, features 19 tables to play. So there's 19, 12 bonus tables to play and unlock. So I guess there's a total of 29 technically, classic and arcade modes. So let's take a closer look now at motocross. Before I show you gameplay of motocross, I do have this demo card that came with. That's basically 1 level of Trailblazer that came with. So it didn't come packed with any games. We'll go run the motocross. Yeah, the screen is very small. I think 2.8-inch screen is really small. This came out the same year that the Sony PSP hit the market as well. I think the main competitor was probably the Nokia Nokia was, obviously a phone that had a bunch of games too. So this was competing both with the phone market as well as, handheld market. We'll go to quick race. You'll unlock different bikes later on, but start this and again unlock different courses. Let's see, what are the features here? Bluetooth multiplayer action, so you can actually play this through Bluetooth. 4 race mode, choose up to 9 bikes, 8 tracks. Intuitive controls, realistic behavior, ramps and midair tricks, punk rock soundtrack. Okay. Oh. This is hard. It kind of reminds me of Off-Road. If you ever played the arcade game. Sorry, the angle's hard. It's hard to play through the camera here. I keep getting off course. But really smooth graphics. I mean, it does play hand. It really looks great. It sounds good. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Let's go quit. All right, last game I'm going to show you is Trailblazer. Okay, put the game in there, so let's go ahead and boot it up. Show you how long the loading is. So to my knowledge, I'm not sure if these games are available on emulator or not. So, correct me if I'm wrong there. They might be. I wouldn't be surprised. We'll turn down the volume a little bit because, again, this thing can put up quite a bit of noise. This is probably my favorite game on, arcade or time trial. Let's see some of the features here. 10 easy courses, 15 medium courses, 20 hard courses, quite a few courses. Bronze, silver, gold, platinum. 3 modes, arcade, endurance, and time trial. We'll do easy. Look, I mean, it really runs smooth. I like the music. This reminds me of a game you'd find on, smartphones today. Really digging the soundtrack. Oh, I missed the ramp. That's weird. Okay. Get these jumps. This is a lot of fun. This game is fun. I've played this game quite a bit in the past, and this is probably one of the better games, in my opinion, on the system, Trailblazer. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys subscribing and liking this video. Let me know what you guys think of the Gizmondo. What, in your opinion, what are some bad handhelds to check out? Thank you, guys. Appreciate it, and we'll see you guys soon. Take care. Game on.